Hey J4! Today we are going to learn how to rake leaves. Right here I have the steps on raking leaves. And then once I go through these steps and explain them to you, you're going to watch videos of me in my backyard raking leaves. And if you watch closely, you can see where I lost my sandal. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, here we go. So we are going to be raking leaves. Why do we want to rake leaves? Because it makes the yard look nice and it helps get rid of all of that debris underneath the trees or off the grass. Also, if you learn how to rake leaves, you can all of a sudden start doing that for your family and helping your family so they don't have to work so hard. You can actually help your family rake the leaves, and if you get good enough and you learn how to do it well enough, you can maybe even go to your neighbors with your family's permission and ask them if you can rake leaves, and maybe they will pay you for it. And it can become a job. You can start working and making money so that you can go to the store and buy your things that you want, and you can make the money by raking leaves. So let's learn how to rake leaves. Here we go. Step 1, gather materials. What kind of materials do you need to rake leaves? Well, they are called garden tools. Okay, so your materials you need is a rake, you need a dustpan, and you need a trash can. You need the rake because that's what you're going to use to gather all the leaves. Then you need a dustpan to help you scoop them up. And you need some place to put all of those leaves. So you're going to put them in a trash can. If you don't have a trash can, you can use a trash bag. Step 2. Rake leaves into a pile. You're going to put the leaves, put the rake on the leaves and pull. Keep pulling until, keep pulling to make a pile. I'm sorry, I'm reading this backwards. So you're going to rake the leaves in a pile. Put the rake on the leaves, put them down like that, and then you pull the rake towards you, okay? So here, pretend my hand is a rake. Here's the little claw. You put the rake on the leaves like that, and you pull toward you. And what that does is it catches all the leaves underneath those little fingers, and then you pull it and you make a pile. Step 3, use a dustpan to pick up the leaves. Use the dustpan to scoop the leaves up. Okay, so you're going to hold the dustpan onto the ground and you're going to scoop up the leaves, and then you just throw them in the trash. Okay, so step 3 is use a dustpan to pick up the leaves. That means step 4 is put the leaves in the trash can. Okay, you don't want to just make a pile and leave the pile there, because all of it's going to happen is the wind's going to blow and it's going to scatter those leaves all over the place again. And then it doesn't look like you even did anything. What you want to do is once you make a pile, you want to get rid of the pile. Some people have compost piles where they put all their stuff in the pile and then it breaks down. We don't do that in my house. We don't have a composting pile, but we do have a green bin, and that green bin goes, the trash men pick it up and it goes into a big giant composting pile at the city. Okay, so put the leaves in the trash. That is step 4. Put the leaves in the trash can. Step 5. Repeat until all the leaves are picked up. You don't just make one scoop, throw it in the trash, and you're done. No. If there's still leaves on the ground, you still want to continue working. So if you have more to rake up, to make another pile, you just do that. You make another pile. If you have more leaves in the same pile, you pick those up and you throw them in the trash. Whatever you want to do is when you get done, you want your yard to look nice and clean, and you want to make sure you picked up all the leaves. Okay, now you're going to watch me, and don't laugh when I lose my sandal. Hey J4, guess what? I'm out in the yard doing some work. Look it, I was pulling some weeds. My husband trimmed down some tree that was stuck in the fence. But I have all kinds of leaves and little branches to pick up. But I'm not going to pick them up one at a time with my hands. That's crazy. I'm going to use my rake. Look, they're on the other side of the fence too. I'm going to use my rake. This is my rake. It has a nice long handle. Okay. It's going to help me gather all the leaves and small branches so that I can put them in the trash can. First thing I'm going to do is put them in a pile. And then from the pile, I'm going to sweep around this concrete because there's a mess over here too. So I'm going to sweep the concrete and then I'm going to put it all in the trash can. But I need 2 hands to do that, so I'm going to give the camera to my husband. There you go. You gotta come watch. You gotta come shop. So we want to make sure we get all the leaves. And I'm raking everything into a pile. So that way it's easier for me to pick up. See, this little rake makes it easier so I can go around the little frog there. Okay. Get back here. Alrighty. That's a pretty good pile over here.
Oh, I already started it.
Oh, okay. Okay guys, this is my dustpan. It's nice and big so I can pick up lots of stuff at once. Looking at that? And trash can. So what happens when you're not wearing safety equipment. Alrighty. That's a pretty good job. It's just a little bit of leaves left. There you go. Farmer Cindy.